Look at this. We've got some more tomatoes down here. Look, these are even starting to turn a little red. Hi neighbors. Welcome back to Ponderosa Garden Adventures. My name is Mark, and today I'm back out in Paradiso to check on my seedlings. As you can see, they're doing quite well. So we're going to have a closer look. Right now, as you can see, I have them on top of this rack, and this is a process that's called hardening off. When they get to a certain height, like start getting their second leaves, we bring them out here and expose them to wind and direct sunlight and so forth, and see how well they do. So the one thing is, though, once I move them out here, they do get dried out a lot faster because they're not sheltered and covered anymore. I don't have the domes on them. I'm going to stand up here if I can reach it, and we're just going to water these now. And we just use a regular watering can now. We don't need the spray mister anymore. All right, well, I'm going to give you a closer look, and we'll look at each of the seedlings individually, and then we'll go around to the raised beds. All right, well, here we go. Let's start with this tray right here, because this has been the most successful. We have, I believe these are zinnias, and these are lupins, and look, the lupins are doing really good. Don't have that many, but the ones that are coming up are doing very well, and we have lots and lots of zinnia. Now over in this tray, I had marigolds. I'm going to have to zoom in so you can see them, because they're kind of small still, and we lost a few. Looks like this one dried out, and that one's gone. So that's the problem. When you move them out here, they can dry out very quickly, and then you lose them. I still don't have any of the Bolero coming up, just the French double. So we got a few of those. I have an idea that maybe I should plant these. Maybe it's time to plant these now and get them in the ground. This is Thai basil, and this is an Oregon tomato, Oregon spring. Oh, these are bush cherries. They're not doing so good, so I'll have to look into that. The soil's very dry, so I may need to add some more water. I put some water down the reservoir here. And these are, oh, these are the champions. The champions are doing really good, my favorites. So you can see from this side, actually, you can see the marigolds a little bit better. There you can see those leaves coming up. And there are, I think that's about six, about half a dozen, but we had about 10 of them. So we did lose a few there. That's just the way it goes. That's one reason we plant so many of them. All right, what do we have over here? We have the Margione. We have one tiny little Margione. This one's doing well. This is the better boy. So we have 4 of the better boy. Oh, this is cantaloupe. This is Sierra Gold. So we have 3 really nice cantaloupe coming up. This is more basil plants. So we have they're teeny tiny, but those are the basil plants. We've got 3 of those, 4 of those. So those are doing fine, but they're coming up slowly. And this is one's doing the best. These are the pumpkins. Oh, sorry, no, these are cucumbers. So we have 9 cucumbers, all the cucumbers sprouted. And these are jalapeno peppers. Oh, look, there are 4 of them in here now. None in here. And just 1 here. So 5 jalapenos, that's plenty. So pretty good. Oh, there is a serrano. I didn't see that. There's a teeny tiny serrano. That's all that's left of that. Looks like it got eaten or something. There's another teeny tiny one coming up. So all in all, things are doing pretty good up here. And we're going to go down here now. There are a couple more trays that I haven't shown you yet. And these are not doing so well. These are the African daisies. And part of the problem is that I think these little organic cups, they dry out too quickly. You can see how dry the soil is. Yeah, there's not much moisture in there. And I just watered these this morning. So they're drying out a lot of them are doing okay. A lot of them are still hanging in there. So I'm going to leave them, but I do have to water them. So let me get my can and we will quick soak those in. You just gotta make sure you get all of them. But see, then the problem is, then they get flooded. See how they get flooded? And so I have to kind of pour this off into the, oh, there it went through. Okay, so they're going through, they're burbling through. And then they'll sit down the bottoms. You see they've got, there. They have a little reservoir down below. Oh, let's pour this one. Let's pour that one in there like that. There we go. All right, so overall things are going well. We have a lot of seedlings. They're doing well. They're starting to grow, but I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. I planted most of these back in March, end of March, around the beginning of spring, and now it's first week of May, and we're still just tiny little seedlings. I thought they'd be a little further along. So it takes a lot of patience. Bear with it. These things take time. That's all you can do. But I did plant some other seeds in some raised beds along with some seedlings that we bought already sprouted. So let's go have a look at those. So now I'm out in a part of the garden we call the pumpkin arch, because we plant pumpkins and beans here. Got pumpkins over here and beans over here. Let's have a closer look and see how they're doing. Look at this tomato. So again, this is a tomato I planted just about a month ago, and there's a cherry, and let me stand next to it so you can see. Look at the size of this thing. It is about 4 feet tall. I just planted it a few weeks ago. So this is a Sweet 100 cherry tomato. This is a cherry tomato, so you can see that the flowers come in little clusters, and each one of these will be a tomato. And we have lots of these little clusters all over the plant. And so this one is the best one of all. It is a cherry tomato. It's a Sweet 100. These are one of our favorites to grow. As you can see, they grow quite well. Actually, I already have, oh look, I've got tomatoes even. This is so exciting to have you along with me as I discover this. We already have tomatoes. Look at those. Those are like the size of peas right now. But these are so sweet and juicy. Oh, I cannot wait to try these. So that's going well. This is obviously, I would say, my most successful plant this year, this Sweet 100. Right here is a green bean, and I'm going to have a train up the trellis and up over towards the pumpkins over there. But only one of them came up, and it's the one right along the fence here. If you watched the video, you saw that I planted beans all over here, and I think they got eaten. I think they're gone. I think this one only came up because it was right next to the fence, and whatever ate the other ones missed that one. So I'm going to plant some more beans. And then over here, we have a really nice basil plant. Oh, down here, we have a bell pepper. And as you can see, it's got some flowers on it. So we'll have some peppers growing here soon. Okay, and over here in the pumpkin arch side, you can see we have a really nice jalapeno pepper growing right here. Some more blossoms coming on that. So soon to have some jalapenos. This is a broccoli, but this is the one I'm really proud of. Look at this. This is a pumpkin plant. Look at the size of this pumpkin plant compared to my hand. So this is a seed that I planted, again, just about 4 weeks ago, March 31st. So actually about 5 weeks ago. And it's coming up. Now, a couple other seedlings were coming up, but they're gone now. There's one right here. You can see it got dug up or something. So I'm going to plant some more pumpkin seeds, and this time I'm going to put a top on this, and I put this here on top of this to keep whatever is eating the seedlings and the seeds out. So now I'm out here in the pumpkin patch, and we have a really nice pumpkin here, but I'm going to be planting some more seeds. And this is what's known as succession planting or succession sowing. So even though this one's well on its way, by the time these sprout, I'll be climbing up the fence, and these will be a month behind. So once this one starts producing pumpkins, these will be a month behind. A month later, they'll produce pumpkins, and we'll have pumpkins over the course of the season, September, October. That's the idea anyway. I'm going to have to cover this though. I'm going to have to use this sheet of hardware cloth to cover this, because it seems like something's getting in there and eating these pumpkin seeds. They are quite delicious, pepitas. So I don't blame them. So I'm going to have to do something to keep them out. So we'll do that too. Let's get started. I got my seeds. I'm just going to come along here and I'm going to just poke some holes. Again, I got about 6 of them, so I'm just going to do one over here. That should be enough. And then just 1 seed in each hole. We want them about 1 inch deep. We want them really, really deep. And just cover those up. So over here, I need to remove this because it goes above the top of the fence. That's okay because this is a pepper. If it was a tomato, it would probably be a lot taller. And we're going to use a much smaller one. The broccoli wants to be in on it, so okay, go in there. So everybody's in on it now. That looks good. So then we want to post this on top like this. And I think the rest of that's going to hold. Lightweight pavers. I need one right there too. There we go. All right, we are done with this side. I'm going to head over to the other side, plant some beans, and we'll be done with the planting for today. All right, so this time I soaked the beans overnight. Well, actually, I didn't soak them overnight. I soaked them all afternoon. They've been soaking a few hours. That's long enough. The reason I do that is because they'll sprout a little bit faster. I'm trying to do succession sowing, so I want them to come up a little bit faster than this one, which took about 4 weeks. So maybe they'll come up in 3 weeks. We'll see. Anyway, I'm just going to dump the water out right here where I'm planting them. And again, same process. Just dig a hole, drop it in. Dig a hole, drop it in. And then I'm going to do a couple right along the fence here. So. And one right here. Let's just water things in really well. Oh boy, I don't even know if I can get this on here because this guy's going over here. So I'm just gonna have to like lean this up against I'm just gonna leave this here until the beans come up. All right, let's go check on the rest of the seedlings. I thought I should stop out here at the artichoke patch for just a second. Look at the size of these things. This is the 2nd year that these have been growing. They're perennials. They come back year after year. There's actually 2 of them in here, if you can see that. And this one in the ground is just as big. Although we don't have any artichokes yet, so I'll give you an update as soon as we find some artichokes. Now I am out in the asparagus patch, and look at this. This is an asparagus fern. This is what they look like. If you don't eat them, this is what happens, is they start to fan out like this and they turn into this big fern. And here's one that looks like a stalk of asparagus you would buy at a grocery store. But this one, again, is only about as thick as a noodle, a spaghetti noodle. And then it will fan out like the rest of these. So for now, this first couple years, we just have to let them grow. Oh, and I do have one teeny tiny one. Look at that. This one came up from the roots, so I'm really excited about that one too. So all is going well here out at Asparagus Lane. Oh, well, some more exciting news. I've got some peppers out here on this pepper seedling. Let's have a closer look. There it is. Look at that. That is a bell pepper right there. So this one is already producing, and that's a jalapeno over there. Yeah, no peppers on that one yet, but we do have one bell pepper coming along, so that's good news. And over here, another Sweet 100, as you can see, and it's doing quite well. Look at this. We've got some more tomatoes down here. Look, these are even starting to turn a little red. All right, so everything seems to be doing pretty well. Let's head over to Corfu and see what's going on. All right, so now I am out in Corfu, and the first thing I'm going to look at is this beautiful early girl tomato that I bought from Seedling. Let's have a closer look. As you can see, it's doing beautifully. It's got some blossoms, and it's got, about 24 inches tall, about 60 centimeters. So it's doing quite well. This was another Sweet 100 because it's doing multiple flowers. It's doing okay. It's looking like it's probably not getting enough water. While I'm out here, I also want to show you, well, first of all, look at these violas and pansies, but look at these beautiful poppies. So this is what the typical California poppy color looks like, that bright orange. And look at these. These are this beautiful pink and magenta. They just closed up because the sun's going down. Here's one. I'll give you a close-up. There's some right there. Look at that one right there. Look how beautiful that is. So that is a very different color for a poppy. And then we have these really deep orange ones too, which I absolutely love. Here's the poppy flowers. And when the flowers fall off, they make these seed pods. So I'm waiting for this plant to dry out, and then I can plant some cantaloupe and some cucumbers over here. Here's an old kale plant. I'm still using that. Just cut and come back. So that's serving its purpose. But these are all going to get cleared out, and so I can start planting some veggies along here. But I want to save the seed pods for next year. It looks like this is almost dry. That one just came off, so I'll be taking these out in the next week. Very exciting. We have the first zinnia flower. So here's my poppy seed pod. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, click the subscribe button so that you'll see more of these episodes coming up in your feed. And leave us a comment below. How are your seedlings doing? Have you planted any seeds yet? Are they coming up? So thanks for joining us for another episode of Ponderosa Garden Adventures. We'll see you next time.